Welcome to Gustavo Preston Company's video series on customizing your NAV 2013 client. This video is going to go over customizing order and quote pages. We'll be spending our time working on a sales quote page, but this should apply to any other pages, including sales orders and quotes, service orders and quotes, call cards, purchase orders and quotes, customer cards, anything like that. So first of all, what we're going to start off with doing is we're going to open a sales order. So I'm going to go ahead and open my sales order list. I'm going to just choose a sales order and open that page. So here I have my sales order page. Notice that it doesn't have a backward a navigation button or any kind of address bar at the top. So this is not our main page. This is just a sub page. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the ribbon. The ribbon is full of lots of information, and so my recommendation is that you refer to the video on how to customize your ribbon and go ahead and customize your ribbon first, especially when you get into actions or to navigate. There are a lot of buttons there, many of which you will not need. The next thing that we want to do is customize our fact boxes. These are over here on the right hand side. So if we go here to the back office button, the blue button, go down to customize, and you hit customize this page right here. Click that. So we have a number of different things that we can customize. We can customize our display options, our fast tabs, our fact boxes, and our ribbon. We're going to do fact boxes first, so go ahead and click on that. So right now we have a lot of choices that we can put over here. The idea is to keep this fairly small set. We don't want to put all of these over there because otherwise we'll just be scrolling down and up to see the data. One thing, so it depends on how you customize it, depends on how you work. If you work with a lot of links or attachments, then links might be something you want to add right there. Maybe even move it up above notes. If you're working in our service department, notes will be probably less useful, so you could remove that. Whereas the people in equipment, capital sales, will be using notes a lot, so you might want to leave it there. The other thing that you can do is you can add all these other things. We can do customer details, we can do approval if you want to do that. Basically anything that you want. So go ahead and hit OK, and there we go. Sell to customer, sales line details, and links. All right. The other thing that we're going to work on is our fast tabs. Now these right here, this main screen, these are our fast tabs. You can collapse them so that they're all just like this. And you can show more fields, you can show fewer fields using this button in the bottom. And also, in some of these, when they're collapsed, they have interesting information. See how there's nothing in the header there, but when I collapse it, the invoicing, I see some information there. So we're going to learn how to customize all of this. So go to your back office, go to customize this page, and go to fast tabs. The first thing we're going to learn how to customize is which of the fast tabs are actually visible. So if you want to make some of the, like foreign trade, for instance, we don't ever use foreign trade, so let's just remove that. Prepayment, we don't ever use that as well. Job tracking on a sales order we don't use, so go ahead and hit remove as well on that. So we've got our general, our sales order subform, which is our list, invoicing, shipping, dimensions, and email. All these things are ones that we use. So if you go ahead and hit OK, you notice I have a lot fewer fast tabs over here. So that's the first kind of customization. Now usually you'll want the general tab to be on top and right below it to have the sales order subform, which is our lines. But you can change that around. You can add, you can move what order they're in. Simply go to the back office, customize this page, go to fact boxes. Oh, excuse me, fast tabs. And you can say I'd like invoicing to be up above the sales order subform and the shipping as well. And I would like dimensions to be the very top. So hit OK. There we go. You've just rearranged how you want it to work. All right. So now that we've rearranged that, let's do talking about actually editing the fast tabs themselves. So if you go into the customize this page, go to fast tabs. Let us select the general tab. We'll move it back up to the top. And you see right here we have customize fast tab. So let's click on that button. And here we have another dialog box. How we want to customize this particular tab, the general tab. So this is really interesting because we can, the first thing we can do is remove fields that we never use. So if we never use the credit card authorization number, you can hit remove, and that field's no longer there. We can add it back in later if we want, but we can definitely get rid of it. So if I decide that I don't want to see the equipment project number because I work in service most of the time, I can remove that. If factory code is not an issue, I can remove that as well. Remember that the field doesn't go away, you're just taking it off of what you can see. So if I decide that I want to change all this back, I can just hit restore defaults, or I can add them back in. So the other thing you can do is you can move things up and down. Like I could do the sell to customer name. I could move that up above the sell to customer number. You hit OK, and here's the name above the customer. It's better to put the number above the customer because that's where you actually go in and choose. So we'll go ahead and put that back. Customize this page, fast tabs, customize the general tab. So name needs to go below number. Now, I don't know if you've noticed on, I'm going to hit cancel on both of these. On NAV, there's this show fewer fields and show more fields button. You actually can customize what fields are shown and hidden using that button. So go ahead, go into customize this page, click on the fast tabs, click on the general, and customize it. And if you look, I'm going to make the box a little bit bigger. If you look right here, this importance is how you do that. So there are 3 levels of importance. Importance can be standard, promoted, or additional. So standard means that it's shown in the tab at all times. Promoted means that it is shown up here on the tab when the tab is collapsed. So you'll notice that the customer number has been promoted, for instance. Now in our company, we prefer customer name. So let's promote the customer name and change customer number to standard. Okay. And then the other thing is additional. Additional means if a field is labeled additional, that means when you click the show fewer fields, that it will hide that particular field. So this is really handy for stuff you use sometimes, but not all the time. So in some people's cases, for instance, cell to address to is very important. So we want to change that from additional to standard. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to make any other changes, but you can see every single one of these has an importance. Okay, so we'll hit OK. Hit OK. Now, see, here's the Show Fewer Fields button. When I used to press this button, cell to address to would go away. Or, excuse me, when I hit Show More Field, yes. So now, but cell to address to is there now because I made it a standard as opposed to additional. So I have complete control over what is shown and what is hidden here. Let's go ahead and collapse the General tab. And you see that now it's saying that it's T.G. Gallagher, and it is, instead of the customer number, I've got the customer name. So that could be very handy. You can customize that on all of these tabs. For instance, invoicing, there's the bill to customer number and the terms and that stuff. You can customize what you want to see up there. All right, so the last thing I'd like to do is show you there is a thing called Quick Entry. And what Quick Entry is designed to make your job a lot easier. And it's designed to set which field you go to when you click the Enter key. So if you hit Tab, I'm hitting Tab right now, I just go from field to field. Field to field, just straight through in the order that they are in. If I go in here and I hit Enter, you see I'm still going field to field, but then I skipped one. I skipped the cell to city. See right there? So I was in address 2, press the Enter key, and I skipped cell to city. The reason for that is because cell to city is not a quick entry field. So let's customize. Go into Customize, Page, Fast Tabs, General. Let's customize the Fast tab. And let's go to cell to city. And see how quick entry is not checked? That means it skipped when you hit the Enter key. So you can set your workflow up very nicely so that you only, when you press Enter, you go to the fields that you need to go to. And then if you need to go to another field, you just hit Tab. So if we look up here, we see that the number is a quick entry, the contact number is a quick entry, and the address 2, let's remove that. Cell to contact, number of archive versions, we don't want that. Since I'm not going to work on service things, I'll remove that from quick entry. So I'm going to hit OK, and then go in here, and I'm going to just hit Enter. See, I skipped the cell to customer name. I skipped the address 2 and the city. Contact is good. Skipped the number of archived versions and the service project. Skipped status and so forth. So you can see that by setting that up, you can hit only the fields that you need to enter things in. The last thing I'd like to show you on customizing order pages, quote pages, you go into your customize this page. If you look at display options, you can do the show filter pane. If you click on that, then you can see that there is a filter. I don't know that you would ever necessarily use this, but it could become useful to you at some point in time, where you wanted to see only sales orders from T.G. Gallagher for a certain date filter. Personally, I think I'm just going to hide the filter pane so I don't have to look at it. And that is all I have for customizing orders and quotes. Thanks for watching.